Welcome back to Serenity. My name is Sarah and I talk all about tea here. I have yet another DAVIDsTEA unboxing for you today. This haul was from their Valentine's Day sale. It was 20% off and it ran at the very end of January. And they had just re-implemented free shipping after a certain amount. So of course, I had to make an order. I can't help myself. I probably now have enough tea to last me like 3 or 4 years, but I don't even care. So let's just get right into this. Alrighty. When I made this order, they also had their semi-annual sale going at the time, and I'm pretty sure it's still going. It's a long sale. But in conjunction with the 20% off, I went and got a few teas that sounded really interesting to me that I didn't already have. So this has been sitting in my house again for about 6 weeks. I am going to make a rule that until all my boxes are unboxed, I'm not going to buy anything else. I don't know for sure if I'll hold true to that, but I'm really going to try. Okay, first things first. They sent me samples, 2 samples I'd never had before from them. No Buddhist blend and no the buzz. I'm shocked. I've got organic Saigon chai and organic cinnamon rooibos chai. Love this one. Haven't tried this one before, although I'm pretty sure I've been sorting my tea. I'm pretty sure when the stores were still open, I bought like 10 grams of this because I have a bag with hardly anything in it. And I don't remember even buying it. I don't know why I tried it, but I obviously didn't taste it because that small bag still has the tea in it. But chais do make nice lattes, so maybe I'll try it. This one, if you can ever get a peppermint flavored honey, or maybe even just blend it with like peppermint and more, it almost throws me back to cinnamon. It's not quite as amazing, but it's still pretty good. So 2 samples. I love when I get samples. I've heard that the newer orders aren't getting samples in them, which maybe these sachets were all surplus at some point. All right. Beautifully packaged, as usual. Bubble wrap. Okay. So, this is a fairly decent sized haul here. First one that I got is a restock. I'm almost out of this one. It's Forever Nuts. I really enjoy this tea. Forever Nuts is a great introduction to people for loose leaf tea. It's got such a beautiful flavor. I like it hot and plain with a little bit of vanilla honey. I tried it as a latte not too long ago, but I didn't use enough tea, so it just mostly tasted like cinnamon milk. So I need to try it in a stronger latte. I see people post this online and it makes the most beautiful lattes, like a very, very beautiful bright pink from the beetroot, I believe. But yeah, if you want a good tea in your collection that almost everybody will like, this one's a great one to start with. So that is a restock. I bought a tin back in the day in the stores. They had 3 for $29 and Forever Nuts was one of the tins I got, but it's like almost out, so I needed more. Next one. So I did a video on this one, chocolate chip cookie. I wasn't super impressed with it as just hot and plain, but my goodness, as a cold steep latte, this tea is insanely good. I would say if I had to do like a top 5 favorite teas for lattes, this one will be in it for sure. It's so good. It actually tastes like an oatmeal cookie with a little hint of chocolate. If you're into lattes, I would definitely recommend giving this one a try, especially if you want to try my new cold steep method, which I showed in the video. It uses way less tea, but this tea is bold enough that you get a real punch of flavor with about half of the amount of tea you would normally need in a latte. So I used 2 perfect spoons instead of 4 for my latte, and it was delicious. And that's for the cold steep method, not just for the regular steeper method. You need a lot more to get the tea concentrate quickly, but if you cold steep it overnight, it gives it a lot more time for the tea to infuse through the milk. Just amazing. A lot of people really didn't like this one, but I think they were just trying it hot and plain. This tea, this is meant for lattes. So if you have this one in your collection still, maybe give it a try that way. You might find that you've just discovered a brand new favorite. Next one, another restock. Vanilla cappuccino. I reach for this one all the time. I bought it initially when the stores were still open, so it's just in one of the store tins, but I'm down to probably about 4 more servings. So I thought I'd grab 1 more bag just to keep myself stocked. This is a core tea now from what I've heard. So you're pretty safe to just stock as you need from what I know. Although it is always very disappointing when suddenly one of your favorite teas disappears. I have a few different teas that I have a major stockpile of. Not many, about four and a half, 5 maybe, that I have a decent sized stockpile of. Vanilla cappuccino is one of my very favorites. I love this tea just hot and plain with a dash of honey, specifically Campbell's Gold cappuccino honey. It is so good with this. And sometimes I'll even do a little dash of their vanilla honey to make it a little extra sweet. That's one thing that I love doing, is pairing teas with honey. It's so fun. This one's one of my favorite teas, so wanted to make sure that I didn't run out. Next one, white cranberry bark. This was on sale, not just the Valentine's Day sale, but on a deeper discount. I think I got it for like $4, I think it was about 50% off. This one's really, really good. It's one of the best smelling teas ever, in my opinion. It's up there with hazelnut chocolate to me. It smells delicious. This is a seasonal tea. They bring it around Christmas. I'm pretty sure this tea's been around for a few years already, maybe longer. I've only been into David's Tea since about late 2016, and really into it once I started my renovations and found the only way to relax was to buy tea. That's when my collection exploded. I had a very small collection to begin with, about 5 or 6 teas, and then I went into a full shoebox size collection. It fit into an entire shoebox, and I remember my cousin coming over and saying how impressed he was with how big my collection was. And now when people see it, they just look scared. Like, so it went from being impressive to scary at some point. But I have a tea for every occasion. I have teas for hot lattes, I have teas for sleep, I have teas for morning, I have teas for cocktails and iced tea and lemonades. It's my favorite hobby, I would say. Well, maybe second to chickens. White cranberry bark. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you remember, in November, I did a big tea haul based around matcha, and cherry blossom matcha came up on the website for a little tiny bit of time. When I saw cherry blossom matcha come up, I grabbed a bag quickly because I've heard a lot of people love this. It did not stay on the website very long. It's gone now. I know a few people are waiting with bated breath for it to return so that they can stock up. Apparently it's coming back. That's what they've been told. So I've discovered the matcha gives me such a good energy boost. I don't get the jitters from caffeine, and it makes me feel alert and energized as if I was naturally like that, not like it's a stimulant that I've gotten from something else. I have to be really careful though to have it fairly early, or I just stay awake, like I don't fall asleep. I'm not a huge fan of the plain matcha yet. The flavor is taking a little getting used to, but then again, I used to not like red wine and now I love red wine. So I think you just need to build your tastes for it. What I thought I would do is get a bunch of different fun flavors and then get some of the plain matcha and blend the two together, because these ones are sweetened. Most of them have cane sugar. I think some have like coconut sugar or something, I don't know. This one is cane sugar. Just a couple scoops for a matcha shot doesn't give me quite enough energy, so it must be quite cut by sugar. So what I've been doing is like a scoop flavored, a scoop regular. It cuts the grassy flavor a little bit for me, and it also cuts the sweetness. So it's working so far. I'm trying to keep up with it. I haven't had matcha in a couple weeks, so I need to get back on that train. Okay, another matcha. Yuzu matcha. I don't even know what yuzu is. I've heard this one is lemony or citrusy. I wonder if it works with milk. I don't know if you can make this one as a latte because it has citric acid in the ingredients here. I will maybe have to post on Facebook and see if anyone's had success in making it as a latte. That's my favorite way to drink matcha, is as a latte, although I'm getting better about just doing matcha shots. Basically like little mini cups of matcha that I don't usually just shoot it like I'm at the bar. I will sip it, but there's not much to it, so it doesn't take me very long. That one was on a discount. I think it was like $4 or $3 or something really low. So I thought, hey, might as well try while it's there. Oh, I got a second white cranberry bark. 2 white cranberry barks. This one here was on a deep discount as well. I think it was like $2.30 or something. And it's Sip of Sage. It's a green tea. I love sage. I cook with it all the time. I grow it. We dry our own herbs for our seasonings. We hardly actually buy any herbs anymore. We just grow them all ourselves now. This one sounds like it's like minty and herby. They also have rose petals, so possibly floral. I've never tried this before, so this will be interesting. Unfortunately, it's scented with jasmine flowers, so my mom can't drink it. She's allergic to jasmine, which is too bad because my mom loves mint teas and she loves herby teas. She probably would have enjoyed this one. Sip of sage. Okay. I'm gonna try to pull them out at the same time. I got a restock. This one here is a restock as well. I got 2 bags. Gratefully Yours. Again, this was on deep discount. I think I got it like $4 or something per bag because I'm pretty sure they're semi-annual sales stacked with the Valentine's Day sale, if I remember correctly. Because normally when I do these big hauls, it's because things are like crazy cheap. I love Gratefully Yours. This tea is delicious to me. I did my very first outside on location tea review with this tea. I had so many challenges that day. I was attacked by bees. The planes were flying low over my head over and over again, which I don't think they're legally allowed to do that. So we might have to start making a stink about it because it's getting worse and worse. People will get away with whatever they can until you stop them, unfortunately. And what else was wrong that day? Oh, yeah. I went out and the weather was beautiful, the sun was shining, it was still, and as soon as I sat down, halfway through filming, a gigantic windstorm came up. It kept blowing the sign off and hitting me in the back of the head. I'm pretty sure that I cropped most of that out. I might have left one sign falling, but it fell over and over and over again. And then my rooster couldn't see me, so he was freaking out because he could hear me, he didn't know what was going on. What else happened? I'm pretty sure the wildlife went crazy too. I think there was like a bunch of like birds going nuts in the background. Not like pretty birds, like those annoying squawky ones. But regardless, even though that one was an extremely challenging one to film, I had so much fun with it. I didn't get much footage from that. I think I had like half-hour worth of filming and I could only use about 5 minutes worth of it because the rest was like bombarded with sounds. It kind of ignited in me a love for doing on location and setting up the scene and just picking a spot that's really fun for the type of tea. I love doing that. So if you haven't seen that video, it's a little bit older, not quite as smooth. I was really, really nervous when I first started filming. When I try to go back and watch my very first unboxing, I'm like, ooh, whew. Man, I was like so stiff and terrified. I mean, I still do that a lot. You don't see it because I crop it out, but I will have like moments of an anxiety attack where I'll freeze and I won't be able to speak and I'll like stumble over my words. It's funny because it's only me here with the camera, but for some reason I feel like you guys are watching me as I film, so. Anyways, back to the tea. Gratefully Yours is a really, really nice white tea. It tastes like light grape juice to me. And I love the color that it steeps. They have butterfly pea flower in this, so you can sometimes get like an almost purpley color to your tea. And it's just really nice. So I have a tin of this still. These are restocks for when I polish that off, which I'm sure I will. I reach for it very regularly. My favorite honey to pair with this one is Campbell's Gold Spring Wildflower. It's just a plain honey, but it's got like kind of a delicate softness to the flavor. It's not a bold honey, so it goes really nicely with this one. Next one, another restock, Lychee Bellini. This one is my very, very favorite tea to make as a tea cocktail. It has a really, really strong lychee flavor, and since most people aren't very familiar with that flavor profile, it often really impresses them because it's different. I do a cold steep, well, my version of cold steep. I use hot water first and then I throw it in the fridge to cool, and then I top up with cold water. But this one goes really, really nicely with Lone Tree hard apple cider, the dry apple. This shines with it. It's so good. So 1 bag of that. This next one, another restock, Cherry Berry Punch. I love this tea. It's probably my second favorite cherry tea. My first favorite being Sweet Tart. That one is just amazing. I have a whole tin of that left. I only had the 1 bag of Cherry Berry Punch, the one that I actually used in my filming with little Lysander when he was only 4 months old and still so white. He's gonna be getting a bath soon. It's gonna be pretty funny. Every now and then, I just feel like reaching for a cherry tea, and this one's really nice, especially with the black tea base. It's not medicinal at all. It's just a nice cherry flavoring. This one was also on deep discount. I'm pretty sure it was like $2.30 or something crazy like that. Another restock. Most of these are restocks. I only got a couple new ones, being the Matchas and one in here I'm waiting to show you. Next restock, Sweet potato pie. I tried this one a couple winters ago. It was mainly released in the United States back then, and it came up on the Canadian website for just like a small spurt of time. It was not there long. So I managed to snag a bag, and it was online exclusive only. Now, pretty much everything's considered that because the nearest DAVIDsTEA store is like 2+ hours away from me. Used to only be 3 minutes from work and from home. So many good locations. I wanted to get a couple more because I'm really getting into lattes, and this one makes a really, really good latte. I've got my sister and my brother-in-law onto this one as well. My sister made an order right around the same time as I made this order, and I'm pretty sure that she got like 5 bags. So she's a little bit more stockpiled than me. It's not my absolute go-to for a latte, so I thought 2 more bags would be sufficient for now. I might order more if it stays on deep discount. We'll see. Okay. Now this one, oh, I should have got 5 bags, shoot. Apparently, I found out that if you get 5 bags of even sale teas, sometimes the percentage for having 250 grams will stack. I only got 4 for whatever reason. I should have bought 5 of these. Maybe it didn't stack, maybe that's why I didn't. Anyways, country lemonade. I really, really like this one. It is a nice lemon tea. And again, black tea base, so you get a little boost of caffeine. And this one was on a crazy deep discount. I'm pretty sure, again, was like $2.30 or something per bag. So I loaded up. Couldn't help myself. I go through my lemon teas fairly quickly. I reach for lemon teas very often. I really enjoy them. If you saw my Black Friday haul, you'll have seen that I bought like 2 pounds worth of live wire lemon off of Lana from the Facebook fan page. Yeah. Not sorry about that. I love that tea. It's so good. But country lemonade, it's a really, really nice lemony tea. And it's got some interesting things in it, like pomelo peel. I don't even know what that is. It's very nicely lemony. It does have hibiscus in it, but I didn't really notice that flavor when I drank it. It just tasted like delightful black lemon tea. So a bit more stockpiled on this. And my last one. And my final tea, and the only new one aside from the new matchas, is Cinnamon Heart. This one was one of the teas that they released for Valentine's Day. I really like cinnamon teas. Cinnamon was one of my very favorite of all time. I'm just waiting for the day when they bring that back, maybe someday. Until then, I make do with other cinnamon teas, like cinnamon rooibos chai with some peppermint honey added. But Cinnamon Heart sounded really interesting to me, so I'm actually gonna open it right now and see what it smells like, because this one is brand new to me. I always love getting a brand new tea. It's so exciting. Interesting. Gigantic cinnamon stick in it. Oh man. It literally smells like Cinnamon Heart candies. They could not have named that better. It smells really good. I bet this one will go so nicely with my peppermint honey from Campbell's Gold. Wow. I'm impressed. Whenever a tea is named after something, if it doesn't smell like that something, it's always disappointing. And DAVIDsTEA is just on point every time I get something that's named after something, like Cinnamon Hearts. Smells like the candy. Or s'mores chai. Smells just like a s'more. And what's the other one? Oh yeah, chocolate covered hazelnut, or hazelnut chocolate? Yeah, hazelnut chocolate. That smells like those delicious chocolate candies that are wrapped in the gold paper. I always say it wrong. I always want to call it Ferrero Rocher, but I'm pretty sure it's Ferrero Rocher. I'm fairly certain I even spell it wrong the way that I say it. And I can't stop myself. I try. It's just the way it is. I've come to accept it. So there's my stockpile. Mostly restocks, 3 new teas, majority of them on deep discount. I love my discounts. Cinnamon Hearts was full price, but I had the 20% off for the Valentine's Day sale. Same with the Cherry Blossom Matcha, so they ended up being like $6. It was not bad. I'm pretty happy with this haul. I love doing my unboxings, they're so fun for me. And now I get to go sort more tea, add it into my collection. My collection. I hope you enjoyed this video and watching my restock unboxing with the semi-annual sale combined with the Valentine's Day sale. If any of these teas are your favorite, let me know which one it is in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching.